This is part one of a story about drugs, their role in the counterculture, the devastating impact of the crack epidemic in the 1980s and 1990s, their intertwined relationship with creativity and capitalism, and the emerging American spirituality centered around recovery. In the 1960s, a surge of psychedelic experimentation marked a distinct chapter in the cultural history of the West. Drugs, particularly psychedelics, emerged as a powerful symbol of counterculture, heralding an era of exploration and rebellion against the stringent norms of the preceding decades. This period embraced drugs not just as substances, but as gateways to deeper, more profound states of consciousness, promising liberation from the oppressive banalities of mainstream society. However, the narrative took a dark turn in the 1980s and 1990s. The introduction of crack cocaine unleashed a wave of devastation that swept through urban landscapes like a storm, eroding the creative foundations laid by the psychedelic pioneers. This era witnessed not the expansion of mind and artistic flourish, but a brutal contraction of possibilities, as addiction and the war on drugs choked the life out of communities that once buzzed with potential and vibrancy. As the new millennium dawned, a curious transformation began to unfold within the very fabric of drug culture. The resurgence of psychedelic therapy, embodied by practices like microdosing LSD and therapeutic use of ketamine, marked a return to the exploratory ethos of the 60s, but with a twist. This time, the context shifted from countercultural revolution to the optimization of productivity and creativity in high-pressure environments like Silicon Valley. In this modern chapter, psychedelics re-emerge not primarily as tools of rebellion, but as mechanisms of enhancement within the capitalist framework. Microdosing promises to boost creativity and focus, transforming the once radical act of consuming psychedelics into a sanitized regimen for engineers and developers, striving to keep up with the relentless pace of technological innovation and market demands. Thus, the cycle of psychedelic use reflects broader societal shifts from liberation to destruction, and now to exploitation. What started as a movement towards mental and spiritual freedom has morphed into a tool for economic productivity, highlighting a profound shift in how society values the potential of the human mind. As we continue to navigate these changes, the question remains, do we control the substances, or have they begun to control us, shaping our priorities and potentials in ways that serve not our own interests, but those of an unrelenting economic system?